So now that we keep in mind all of our steps, swinging is actually pretty easy. We're going to start, we can use our deadlift to pick up the weight. And we're going to start with what we just call a baby swing. So I want you to just get a little rocking motion going on and just feel the rhythm of the weight. So at this point, I don't want the weight to come any higher than your hips. And I want you to get used to the fact that the weight is moving from your hips. It's not coming from your arms. Notice how loose each one of their arms are. Both of these guys have very loose and relaxed arms. Every time the weight goes back, their hips dip back, their heels stay grounded, they're inhaling, they're exhaling, they've got their attention posture. Okay, to crank it up, to step up into a full swing, I recommend you use your breath to guide you. So what I want to ask both these guys to do is to exhale with more force on the up movement. If you let your breath guide you, you know you're using it. Your hips will do what they're supposed to do. Look how much power and explosive David gets from his swing. His posture is right. His arms are relaxed. His hands have a firm grip. Look at Candace. Hips, posture. That's a perfect swing. And let it rest. Beautiful. If you use the steps and build yourself up, getting to this exercise, being able to perform it safely and effectively will be a breeze. Thank you. So we went through this entire sequence of movements teaching you how to get to a swing. Now that you guys understand how to swing, we're going to teach you some variations on the swing. Particularly, we're going to teach you the one-handed swing, how it's just a little bit different from the two-handed swing and what you want to pay attention to so you can make sure you're doing this exercise correctly. Okay, so as a beginner, the best place to start from one-handed swing is to start with the two-handed swing, and eventually you'll take one hand off. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to start with a two-handed swing. So we're going to start with our deadlift. We use our deadlift, we pick up the weight, and then we start with our little rocking motion. So we're going to start a little rocking motion. We'll do like maybe 5 of those for you guys. This is the exact same way you want to start. This way you know you're getting the rhythm. As you get better, you won't have to do this anymore. Then to propel it to a full swing, you're going to use your breath and exhale fully into it. Good. Now, to get into the one-hand swing, the biggest difference is, so we're going to take our left hand off, and we're going to do this with one hand, right hand. Good. What I want you guys to pay attention to is the path of the hand. As they come to the bottom of the swing, their thumb points back slightly. That's the biggest difference in the one-handed swing. Now, some of us may get a little turn in our upper body. That's okay. Keeping his chest stays up, eyes stay straight. Don't let your body lean forward. Turn that thumb in just a little bit and then drive it from the hips. Switch hands. Notice when they switched hands in the air. You can switch at the bottom, but it's easier up top. This is what your body can see. This is where you can see it. There's just more room for the switch at the top. And rest. Excellent. So what we learned from that one-handed swing is just there's a small tweak. When you have 2 hands on the kettlebell, well, there's nothing else you can do. Like, there's no need to turn. You can't turn your thumbs at all. You've got 2 hands. They're solid in one place. As soon as you put one hand on the kettlebell, what you're trying to do is maximize the biggest muscle. So the biggest muscle we have in our upper body is our back muscle. So we want the stress, the strain, the pressure to go back there. So when we turn, we send those forces up the back of our arm into our shoulders and our back that can handle it. We're still going to try and keep our hips square. You can turn a little if you need it, but your chest has got to stay tall. Chest and back's got to be straight. So no matter what, you've got to hold that posture with that one hand. The thumb turns in, but it doesn't open up. So there's no opening of the thumb. At the top is the back of your hand. At the bottom is your thumb that goes in using your breath. And that's how you do a one-handed swing.